This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you with the first rankings reveal of the 2020 cross country season. I guess everyone's just going to go around and just introduce themselves because this is a new year, so there's new people here. Their name, their grade, and then just how the whole COVID thing has affected like their season, their school year, all that stuff. We're very excited to be here and to have a season to begin with. So I'll just start things off. I'm Addison Cox. I'm a senior at Co-Brown, and we've been fully back at school since like the end of August with masks and obviously social distancing and stuff. And it's been going really well, I think. And practices have been pretty normal. We have quite a few meets on the schedule, and we've had quite a few meets already. So it's very exciting.
I'm Morgan Orcutt. I'm a senior and I'm from Concord High School. In terms of COVID, Concord has been fully remote for the past month, but mid-October we do plan to go back to hybrid, which is great. And in terms of practice, all of that has been going great, and so everything's been going well.
I'm Luke Hazik. I'm back for my final year. I'm from Co-Brown and I'm a senior. Co-Brown, we've been back in full session for school for over a month now, and along with practice, full time, just wearing masks when congregating in a big area.
I'm Rohan Rai. I'm a senior at Wyndham High School. For COVID, we've been back at school with a hybrid schedule since last week. Before that, we were fully remote for 2 weeks. And then at practice, it's similar to what Luke just said, wearing masks whenever we're not running and whenever we're in a big group.
I'm Landon Valancourt. I'm a senior at Messinic Regional. In terms of COVID, our school is open, but on a hybrid system, and I opted to do fully remote for the remaining of the year.
All right, so we're gonna kick things off right away with the girls' rankings. So at number 10, we have Nashua South. Last year, they ended the year ranked at number 8, so pretty similar, I guess. So they just recently beat Nashua North without Callie Coffin, so they're definitely looking really strong. She's usually like a pretty strong number 1 for them. So once she starts racing, I think that they'll definitely move up.
Coming in at number 9, we have Bedford. They're running very strong, and if they can improve their top 5 pack time, then they'll definitely move up in the rankings.
Coming in at number 8, we have Hopkinton. So Hopkinton is a pretty strong D3 team. They right now they have a bit of a gap from their like 3 to 5. So we'll see if they close that, they'll definitely be moving up in the next few weeks.
Coming in at 7, we have Pinkerton. Pinkerton had a meet against Londonderry, and they did great. They had some awesome pack running, which will definitely be beneficial later on in the season.
Number 6, we have Bishop Girton. So they haven't raced yet due to scheduling issues, but they're always a wicked strong team, looking at not just Division 1, but the entire state. They did recently just graduate their 1-2 punch of both Caroline Toll and Caroline Fisher. So we'll see what they can do after that. But I know that they have a bunch of other strong runners too. So I think that they'll definitely start moving up as they start racing.
Coming in at number 5, we have Keene. They had a meet against Messinic last week, and they also ran very well, and they had their top 5 finish in the top 10.
Coming in at number 4, we have Souhegan. Souhegan is always one of the best teams in D2, if not the entire state. So they're definitely looking good this year too with Chloe Trudell. She won D2s last year, so she's looking really strong this year too. So with her as the leader, I think that they'll definitely move up in these rankings as well.
Coming in at number 3, we have Exeter, and they're led by Allie McFarland. They had their top 6 run under 21 in their last meet, which was really good to see. So I'm super excited to see how they do.
Coming in at number 2, we have Concord. So they're led by Catherine Kennedy, who just won dual meet at Dairyfield today against Memorial. So she's looking really strong. Concord just raced Co-Brown last Friday at home, and she looked really good too coming in. So they're looking like their team looks really good. They always have a really strong like pack of girls, really close together. So I'm excited to race them a few more times. It'll be good.
Coming at number 1, we have Co-Brown led by Addison, and they had a very strong performance last Friday at our meet against them. They had a great 1-2 finish, and their top 6 all finished in the top 8. So I'm also excited to continue racing them.
Okay, so looking at like sleeper teams or like teams to watch, The one that I want to mention is the Kearsarge girls. So they are always one of the best teams in D3, but this year they're actually moving up to D2. Last year they were led by Maya Doobie, who obviously graduated, but she was one of the best runners in the state and also like New England. So I think that even this year, like they'll pull it together, and I think that we'll see them in the top 10 sometime soon.
My sleeper team would be Nashua North. They have a super strong leader, Dante Abracchio, and she ran a fast time the other day in her meet. So I think if they can get their pack together, then they'll definitely be within the top 10.
Okay, starting the list off for boys, coming in at 10th is the Bishop Girton boys, who have not raced yet this season, and they always have a strong team, so we should look to see some impressive times and places from them moving forward in the season.
At number 9, we have the Messinic boys, led by Landon Valancourt. The Messinic boys are looking strong. This past Saturday, they ran a dual meet against Conan and pulled off the win.
Number 8, we have Oyster River. They're led by Andy O'Brien, coming off of a monster of an indoor season, gunning me down at the finish line once again. They have a very good foundation, and we'll be looking to build off of it by the end of the season.
Number 7 is Sanborn. They have a strong 4 with the Khalil brothers, who have been nothing but impressive so far this season with impressive times. Sub-16 for Jared on a 3-mile course this early in this impressive. They just got to get their pack time lower, and they will be a really dangerous team this season.
Number 6, we have Pinkerton. We have seen some very fast early season times from both Luke Brennan and Stephen Connolly, who are leading the way for the team. But they will definitely need a tighter spread come championship season.
Coming in at number 5 is Keen, led by Torin Kindop. I got the opportunity to race him a week back, and he took the course record for me. They're running in a pack, and they're looking very solid. Number 4 is Wyndham, led by Rohan Rai. Due to coronavirus complications, they haven't been able to run, but they have a huge meet coming up, and I'm looking to see what they can do.
3rd is Londonderry. They've looked great so far this season, led by Ryan Young, who has thrown down some pretty solid times. It'll be nice to see what he can do this senior year, because I've been running with him since we were in like 4th grade, racing against each other. So it'll be pretty impressive. 2nd is Concord. I raced them at my own home course. They looked really well too, led by Eben Bragg, who's a really strong runner. He threw down a 15:57 at Manchester, which is no joke this early in the season in solo. So that's really impressive, that alone. So the Concord boys should be team to look out for this year.
At number 1, as expected, we have Co Brown, led by Aiden Cox and Luke Kasich, who have both thrown down some very fast times on very hard courses. The defending state champs are, as expected, looking very strong and are ready to run fast.
Do you guys have any teams to watch on the boys' side?
For a sleeper team, I have Division 3's Conant, led by Ethan Vitello. They've been able to get their pack closer together, and they're looking very good for the end of the season.
Have they raced yet this season?
They raced against Messinic last Saturday. They were without their number 1 and 5.
Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of go around and just talk about like what each like team is doing for the next few weeks and maybe give some predictions for that. So I know Co Brown, we have a pretty packed schedule with dual meets and stuff. So I know like in the next few weeks we're racing Oyster River, Concord again, Sanborn, and Sauhegan. So it should be really exciting, especially to see like competitions between like Sauhegan girls and Co Brown girls, Concord girls, Co Brown girls, but then also Concord boys and Co Brown boys, and the Sanborn boys and the Co Brown boys. So definitely will affect the rankings, I think. So yeah.
For our team, so we actually have a decent amount of meets within the next couple of weeks, but we're splitting varsity and JV to be racing on different days. So for varsity, we have 3 meets within the next 3 weeks, and 2 of them will be at Co Brown. So that will be really exciting to have that showdown happen again.
For Coe Brown, along with what Addison was saying, we've got 4 pretty competitive races coming up with going against obviously Concord and Oyster River again. It'll be pretty cool to compare how both teams have improved throughout the season so far, what we've had. And it'll also be cool to see Sanborn, who's number 7th ranked. It'll just be nice to race against the Khalil brothers. There'll be some really good competition. And it'll also be cool to race at Freestyle Farm, where I raced when I was younger a lot.
Yeah, so for Wyndham, this coming weekend, we're racing Sanborn, Campbell, and Pelham at Pelham Home Course. Really excited to race the Khalil brothers. That'll definitely be really exciting. And then the following weeks, we're going to race Pinkerton, Londonderry, Salem, and those are all of our meets. So I'm definitely excited to race like Stephen Connolly, Luke Brennan, Ryan Young, and Matt Griffin. So
From Messinic, we have a race coming up this Friday against Monadnock. We have a lot of dual meets for the rest of the season. That's going to be against Conan and Monadnock, no one else. So that's what we have.
Yeah, all right. So just as like a closing remark kind of thing, just to remind like everyone watching this video and anyone like in New Hampshire running cross country, obviously, to just keep following protocol. We're very lucky to have a 2020 season to begin with. Not a lot of states are even trying to have a season at all. So just keep wearing your masks, keep following social distancing, and like just follow the rules because everyone here I think wants to have a season really badly, and we don't want that to get taken away from us before we even get a chance to get started. So everyone just make sure you're following the rules and being smart. Also, another thing is so almost all meets are dual meets this year. So coaches, make sure you guys go to newhampshirecrosscountry.com and submit your results so that helps us develop the rankings and also just make sure that the results are on the website. So, and we also just want to give a shout out to Runners Alley. This video obviously couldn't happen without their sponsorship. So everyone, go to their stores in Manchester, Concord, Portsmouth, and just get spikes, get trainers, get all the gear that they have to offer. So, yeah. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.